There are 52 cards in the whole deck, okay? I want you to think of a card. It can be any card you want. There are 52 cards. So I want you to think of any card. You already have one in mind, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, there is not any kind of setup or arrangement. I want to make a prediction, okay? So this is really going to be important. Okay, I changed my mind, but this is where my money is going, okay? I'm so sure this is going to be your card. But let's see. Which card is the card that you're thinking of? Three of clubs. There you have it. Got the 3 of clubs. Hello everyone. So right before I even start explaining the performance, how I did it, I want to mention something really important. There is no any sort of a arrangement or previous arrangements. Even though she is my wife, I didn't let her know to tell me any specific card or to mention any card that I want to. What happened was that it was a previous setup or a previous conversation or event that I didn't show in the performance. And then by me delivering a dialogue, the live audience will have a different perception of my dialogue or my questions compared to the TV audience. So let me show you the full performance before I even start explaining this effect even further. And I just want to let you know very quickly that when you see the red dot, it means that wasn't showing the performance. After you start watching the green dot, it means that that's the part that I already start showing in the performance, and therefore I don't need to show you the whole performance once again. And then I'm gonna cut it and then come back over here to explain this effect. Okay, so I'm just gonna give it a shuffle. Okay, the whole deck, it is a complete mess. Okay, there are 52 cards, and I'm just gonna ask you to pick one card, any card you want. Okay, you want that one or you want to change it?
Yes.
Are you sure? Okay, doesn't matter. Just say stop anywhere you want. Okay. Now, there are 52 cards in the whole deck. Okay. I want you to think of a card. Okay, so as you're watching the performance, right before I even start explaining the way this method or this effect worked, I just want to demonstrate that even though magicians are not really cheating using this technique, they're just basically not showing the full performance, and therefore, if you are careful, if you watch the performance, notice when I say think of a card, my wife, she have a different understanding of my questions rather than TV audience. TV audience, they think I'm asking questions randomly because they don't know it was a previous event. Not an arrangement necessarily, but a previous event. And that's why my questions have two different meanings or understandings for live audience compared to TV audience. This is a really clever technique or principle that a lot of TV magicians or mentalists, they're taking advantage of, because a lot of people, they don't know what happened before the performance. And this is not really limited to this specific technique. Okay, so let me explain what happened in the performance. A lot of you, I'm sure you already know how it was done. This is the key card. I don't really care which is the key card. It can be any random card. They can even shuffle the deck. Then I just need to take a peek at the card at the bottom. Okay, so they take any card. Let's say that card. It is the King of Diamonds, as you can see. I just need to remember the 7 of Spades. So when I do the Hindu shuffle, they put their card. I'm gonna leave it face up so you can follow it better. My key card is gonna be right over their selection. I'm gonna drop it in the process of taking the cards from the top as well, so it covers the drop-in action. So at this point, my card, the 7 of Spades, is gonna be right over their selection. And I'm just gonna leave it right in the side. And then the dialogue begins. And I'm not really encouraging people to pursue or to keep deceiving people. I'm trying to educate people rather than encouraging people. Okay? but that's going to be up to you, whatever you want to do anyway. This is a really clever method, not subject to this specific performance. There are endless ways to do this performance. It can be with dice. Let's assume I ask the spectator to get a dice and just look at it. But you don't know what happened before. I probably asked the audience to take any card and just remember the value. Maybe I have cards from 1 to 6 because those are the numbers of the dice. And then just look at the value. Don't look at a shape or anything. Or any other method you want to use. Then they see the number 1. Okay, let's say. So then when I start rolling the video, the camera, I ask the audience, okay, just look at the dice. You can look at any number. But before I even start showing it in a performance, I already tell them in advance that that number that I'm going to ask them is going to be the same number they look at the card in the deck of playing cards, obviously. So when a video starts rolling and they start showing it in TV, TV audience, like I explained, they're going to have a different perception of the dialogue and the questions the illusionist is asking the audience. And this is just the basics, okay? This is a really common question that a lot of people, they've been asking me on my channel. And I really hope you enjoy this tutorial.